I've said it before and I'll say it again. Stop trying to burn down your house. No. Today I'm taking comments from my previous breaking Minecraft videos and making them a reality. You guys have some terrible ideas on how I can get my PC to blue screen, so why not try them all out? Also say hi to Camera B so we can watch this moment on camera. Hi Camera B. Let's start with something simple. I blue screen my PC by making a really big platform of block with dripstone hanging on it. Then I remove the platform with a command and
This is
okay,
weird.
cool. Let's try that. Position 1, position 2, slash set air. Let's go.
I'm scared.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird from this perspective. Is it even moving? It's not even going anywhere. Oh, well, I can't move my mouse or anything, so this is just frozen now. Well, I guess this isn't moving anymore, so I guess while this is going, let's move on to the next one. Use the Blocks Within Blocks resource pack. Alright, it's enabled, and it's actually running surprisingly smoothly, but if you look at each of these, it's all more blocks within blocks. Every single texture is made up of more blocks. Even the tools are made out of other blocks and stuff. This is crazy. The funniest one that I've seen is you put the red mushroom block down and check it out. It's just more red mushroom blocks within the red mushroom block. I feel like that was cheating. Hello, chicken. Are you more blocks? You're made out of beehives. Bees are also made out of beehives, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So you could just live inside your own face. So yeah, obviously this is all pretty cool. Oh, the sun is made out of gold.
Got it.
It's really cool, but it's not really like crashing my computer. So what do we have next? The immersive portals.
That's weird.
Mod. When I loaded up the game with immersive portals, it gave me this notification. It says something along the lines of NVIDIA video cards have a bug with the driver and it might crash the game, which is good. We want that to happen. So I'm not going to address it. We're just going to play with portals. But before we do any of that, we need to talk about you. Listen, if you scroll down right now, do you see this button? Because if you see this exact button, it means you're part of the 83% of viewers that aren't subscribed. That's a pretty high percentage, and I kind of want to bring it down. So if you're willing, hit subscribe. Plus, it'll get you informed on the upcoming goofy stuff that I've got planned. It's sure to be fantastic, and I don't want you to miss out.
Excuse me, I am Mr. Goo.
And I don't want this to be a drawn-out subscribe segment, so we're going to go right back to immersive portals. Enjoy. What could possibly go wrong? So if you don't know what immersive portals is, check it out. This is essentially what it does. It allows you to go between the overworld and the nether seamlessly and just jump in and go through the portal, and it works perfect. Obviously, it's a bit laggy because it is loading 2 dimensions at once and trying to render them both at the same time. So, this could lead to some chaos. Something I really want to try is making an infinite loop. I don't entirely know how it works, but I want to be able to see myself through the portal. Let's see if this works. If I can do... Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked. I can't believe it worked. I did not expect that to work. That is really weird. That's so trippy. Here's another question. If we build a big old portal, go ahead and light this up, and then we walk through, right, so that's just the same size portal. Portal helper. I don't know how you work, but we're gonna mess with it and see what happens. Can we make a portal with these? If I'm doing this correctly, yeah. Oh, right. I need to install the other mod to be able to do that, but that's cool. That's so trippy. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a cool way to crash your game with this mod, and I would have to mess with it further, and it seems like a mod that I could just do a full video on. This is really cool, though. I'm a fan of this. This is wild. All right, next mod. Hamburger. Update, it has moved down like 6 blocks since last time you checked in, so that's pretty cool. On the plus side, it hasn't blue screened, so that's kind of nice. Or I guess that's a downside because the goal is to blue screen. So, oh hey, look at that. We can see overhead now. That's super cool. Side note, by the way, this is over 130,000 dripstone blocks. Anyways, I'll see you back here soon after we look at a couple more. This is a rather boring technique, but it's guaranteed to crash any computer. Have a repeating command block set to always active and enter this command. Then throw a snowball straight up. All right, we're gonna test it. You gave me the guarantee. The command is set. Let's see what happens. Here's a snowball. Whoop. Oh, geez. Whoa, okay. That's interesting. It's definitely doing something. It's definitely destroying my frames. It looks like the game completely is crashing, but it's not blue screening the computer. I'll give it a second, though. You gave me it's just gonna be frozen. I'm pretty sure that's about the extent this is gonna do. Yeah, I mean, you can see a B camera here. It's just not responding. So I think it's just gonna be
How are you today?
the game, and cool. That's a good time. So it definitely crashed the game, but it didn't crash the computer. So, we're still on the lookout. Have you considered using a mallet? Good thing I don't actually own a mallet. Otherwise, that would be weight. I definitely thought the Walmart I went to would have a mallet for me, but instead I got string cheese. So...
Strong cheese.
Update, my skin has changed to a default skin? I don't know
Strong
what happened
cheese.
there, but apparently I don't have my skin anymore. But on the plus side, you can see those trees there right in the middle. I think we're almost to the ground. Yep, tune in next time to see how much further we can get and if I can get my skin back. I've actually heard of this one before and I'm very excited to try it. Try putting a chest down, fill it with any item, and then pick block the chest while holding the control button, and then fill a chest with that chest and repeat. Basically stacking NBT. So here's what we'll do, is we can take a chest and we'll put basically just a bunch of purple wool, right? Bam, take the purple wool, fill up the entire chest with it, and then we take this chest and you use control and you middle click, and now you can see this chest has NBT. Essentially what this means is that if you place this chest down, it'll have the same items in it that the original had. Pretty useful. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a chest here and we're gonna open this chest. This is just an empty chest. We're gonna grab the NBT chest, and now I have a stack of these, and we're just gonna fill this chest with those chests. Now when we control middle click on this one, this chest has now a ton of data in it. Place this down, you can see we have all of these chests, and all of those chests lead back to the purple wool. So now we're gonna do it again. We're gonna take these ones and just put a bunch of those in there, and now we've just gotten so much further. We place down another chest, and we open this one up, and we fill that with that. Oh, hey, we're getting a little bit of lag. Oh my gosh, okay. All right, now this chest is kind of insane. Oh my. I have a feeling if we do this one more time, this is just gonna completely self-destruct. I can't even like place them in effectively. Look how slow it's going. Oh yeah, that's nice and frozen. Well, this is working.
Okay,
I don't think it's gonna blue screen the computer, but it's really trying. Oh, it just crashed the game. There it is. It just crashed the game. All right, so it didn't blue screen everything, but it did crash the game. So hey, we got one step there. That was solid. All right, on to the next one. Yo, look. It's actually touching the ground now. I think. Wait, those are the trees. Look in the top left there. That's crazy. Look at that. It's actually landing on the ground. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's happening. Things are actually happening now. Well, the dripstone is landing. The eagle has landed, except in this case, the eagle is the dripstone. We're almost there.
I don't know if that's good
We're
or bad.
so close, but
scared.
I guess it's just gonna last a little longer. Try Cracker's Witherstorm mod. If you haven't already seen this mod, it's kind of awesome. Essentially, as the title suggests, you can summon a Witherstorm. This is based off of Minecraft story mode, and it's a really, really well done mod. The Witherstorm itself will go around sucking up blocks and getting more and more powerful. Here it is in phase 2, this is phase 3, and this is phase 4, where it starts to get even more ridiculous. Phase 5, it starts to look like Megamind, and phase 6, it gets some friends. And phase 7 is the top, so this is the craziest it gets. Which, not gonna lie, it's pretty crazy. So there's a lot to this mod, there's a lot that it does, there's a lot of particles, there's a lot of things happening. So what happens if we get a bunch of them? Okay, we've got, I think, 4. That's already doing pretty well. I'm gonna go one step further. Here's the idea. I'm gonna essentially take a repeating command block and set every Witherstorm that's close to it to the furthest stage. There we go, that's that command, and then this other one will summon a Witherstorm way up high. So now if we just press this button, we instantly get a Mega Witherstorm. And then if we set this to repeating, I'm gonna keep it on Need Redstone so that I can just press this button, summon like 7 in. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go. This button is still pressed down. I don't know what's going on. That's, oh my gosh. I think it's working. I think the idea was working. Yeah, I got a solid like 1 frame per second now, so that's real fun. Okay. Calm down. Alright, well, now that everything is just a purple mess, I guess we'll just move on to the next mod. you tried dousing your computer in orange juice? Good thing I don't actually own some orange juice. Oh no, this is gonna do the same thing. Oh, jeez. Okay, update. The trees are poking through the top of the sea of pointed dripstones.
That's where I was going with this.
Whoa,
I'm scared.
whoa, that's a big change. That's huge. It's like almost there. Wait, whoa. That was crazy. It's doing so many calculations right now. We're almost there. We almost made it without blue screening. This is awesome. Congratulations, you won a giveaway. Oh no. Guys, listen, if you ever see a comment like this, completely ignore it because it's not me. The only account that I respond to comments on is my official Narfi account, which has a check mark next to it. If you see any other account that looks like me, has my profile picture or anything, do not click. It is a scam. In fact, I actually have to run some code on my computer every once in a while to remove spam accounts. They're rampant on YouTube, and if you haven't seen them before, you'll probably start to see them all over the place. So just know that I don't do giveaways, and I don't respond to comments with an account that isn't my official Narfi account. Just a little PSA, so that you guys know when I'm actually responding to you. Anyways, back to the regular, normal, actual people comments. Oh my gosh, check it out. Look, all the dripstone's gone. And my skin's back. Oh, my skin's gone again. I spoke too soon, I guess. Oh my gosh, the updates are getting quicker. Look, there's particles down there. It's actually functioning. Wait, look, my skin's back. Does this mean we have actually... No, we don't. We still don't have any frames per second. It's all still seconds per frame, but we're almost there. The chat message is disappearing. We've got a couple frames now.
So we're breaking in there.
I'm gonna hold shift and we're gonna slowly move. Can I zoom in? There's nothing there on top of the trees right now. Oh yeah, there they all are. Oh my gosh. Look at all the dripstone. I can't even like zoom in. Wait, let me try. Zoom. I love how my hand like disappears a frame before I actually get zoomed in. Close the brackets, hit enter. Oh my gosh, I have frames now. That was an experience. And even though this didn't blue screen, I'm pretty sure the next one is guaranteed to. Install a Minecraft mod designed to cause a blue screen with a command. Well, I couldn't find anything like that, but I did find this, the blue screen of death on death mod. I think we're gonna need my B cam for this one. This could be rough. So let's get into it. This could be really interesting because if I do end up dying, my computer will actually blue screen. This could actually be the first official blue screen that I've gotten from Minecraft. Even though it's a mod designed for this could be the first one. None of these houses have any chests. Great. Wow, you guys really just don't have anything, huh? Okay. Ooh, bread. Great. Wonderful. Leather armor. There is one more log there, and I'm leaving it be. You know what I really want to do? I really want to find a very, like, obscure way to die. Or even, honestly, like, I'm looking around for a witch hut right now. If the witch was the first way that I could find to die, that would be pretty awesome. I feel like it's an achievement to just die immediately to a witch, you know? Like, that does not happen very often. This is such an extensive swamp. Is there really nothing out here? Get a bit of a better vantage point. Let's see if we can see anything out here. There really is no witch hut. Any desert pyramids out there that want to let me jump in and blow up? We could definitely run over here and see what's around. I think it might be worth it to see if there's a desert temple. Man, I was really hoping for a witch. That's such a bummer. Wait, I have a saddle. I can get a horse. Heck yeah, let's go. Come on, buddy. Yeah, best friends forever. Let's go. We're off to find a blue screen. Let's go. Yes, this is what I wanted. Let's go. Before I do jump to my inevitable doom, though, let's see what's in here. Oh, iron pickaxe. I don't even have to make a pickaxe. Let's go. Let's see what things I'm going to be missing out on in these chests. 3 diamonds. All right. We got a couple emeralds. We got a couple more diamond multi-shot. That's so cool. Oh, before we do anything else, I want to put golden horse armor on the horse. Buddy, come here. I'm going to give you horse armor before I disappear and never come back. You enjoy that golden horse armor. You look snazzy. All right, I'm off to my doom. Have fun out here in the real world, living the rest of your life as a normal horse. And, yeah, it's gonna be great. Whee! And this should be the blue screen. Let's see it happen. Oh! No freaking way. Alright, they got me on that. That was pretty funny. That That was pretty clever. Alright. It did in fact blue screen. We did in fact get a blue screen. Hey, more light. Hey guys, thanks for being here in this whole journey, in this experience, in this fantastic. Was that cheating though? Was the mod cheating though? I feel like we might need to do it again.
As owner of Mint Mobile, I always want to find ways to save you money. So let's meet the barely paid spokesperson for the new Mint family plan, my mom.
You look thin, sweetheart. Are you eating?
Okay, let's focus. Stick to the script there. Right there.
The new Mint family plan is only $15 a month per person.
And the other line, right?
Break a statue called Minecraft. You know, fun fact, this is actually the skin for the account called Minecraft. Look it up, it's real. Why is it a football skin? I don't know. But hey, I'm American, so I support it. But Minecraft has a secret. You see, this statue is made out of diorite. The most horrible block you could possibly make anything out of. I, on the other hand, am made out of... You know, that actually kind of makes sense, because today I'm breaking Minecraft with your dumb ideas. Are you calling us dumb? Yes. Yes, I am. But that's also what I love about you. I get a lot of comments about how to break Minecraft, so today I chose some of the best to compete with my computer. If you manage to crash my game, then you as the audience get 1 point. If my computer survives, then I get a point. And if you beat me in today's video, then my cat has to wear this set of bunny ears I found on Amazon. And he does not like to wear stuff, but hey, it's cute. So, who's first? Spawn 1,000 wardens in a 5x5 hole and get sonic boomed by them at the same time. Ooh, here we go. Beautiful hole. Here we go. Jeez. Yup, that's working. Uh-oh. That's a horrible sound. This guy's not even there. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh jeez, the sky. Hey guys. Uh-oh. Boing. Wait, I wonder if... Hold on. Okay, now I have resistance, and I want to see what happens. What happened? What are you doing? Hit me. Oh, one of them hit. Oh, oh that works. Wait, watch this. Bounce. Boing. What the heck? Hey, guys. Boing. Why does it do that? That's so weird. Maybe we need more. Gosh, what the heck? They're glitching past me? What is happening? Oh, jeez. Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was not at all what I meant to do. Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go. 1,000 wardens. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Launch. Whee. Okay. All right. We're up. Boing. There's 1 bounce. Boing. 2. All right. And 3 bounces. 4 bounces. 5. 6 bounces. 7. 8. Dude, this is wild. 9. 10. 11. 13. 14. 15. 16 bounces. Oh my god. That is an image right there. Hey, wardens, don't mind me. I'll just be in here. I'm just in here now. Oh, man. Oh, boy, do I love frames. All things considered, you did a great job, but it didn't manage to crash my game. It was super cool, though. But unfortunately, I get the point on this one. But, GG, to crash your game, you can make a 1-layer flat world of gravel. Break one. I think this works. All right, here we go. I'm in survival to make this a little bit more interesting. There you go. Oh, no, I immediately fell. Whoa. Oh, it's all right, cool. Oh, great. I just respawned in the middle of it. Awesome. Okay. All right, I can't fly anymore. This is a mistake. Where'd all the entities go? Oh, there they all are. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really cool. There's some points right now where the frames are insane. Okay, I've used Carpet Mod to freeze the game. Whoa. So that I can load a bunch of chunks in here, and then I'm gonna let it go again. Whoa. All the block entities loading in. Whoa. I'm gonna give you the best chance I possibly can to crash my game. And unfreeze. Go. Block entities, go. Oh, yeah. Load them all in. Oh, yeah. How is this computer surviving? I don't understand. Dang, man. I was kind of hoping that this one would crash it. One last test. I've got a world with 3 layers of gravel, and we're gonna see if this does anything more. If this does, I'll give you the point, even though you said 1 layer. Here we go. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. So many more entities. Okay, already lagging out a little bit early. This is good. I'm hoping that you get the point on this one. I'm kind of rooting for you with this. Come on. You can do it, game. You can do it. it didn't end up actually crashing. All right, well, bummer. I guess in that case, I get the point. Good effort, though. I'm surprised I've never done this before. Replace your PC with a potato and then open Minecraft. It's not working. That means I get the point. Wait, hold on. Do I get the point? Minecraft didn't even run on the potato. So wait, hold on.
Start the game.
But I couldn't even start the game. They win a point if they crash my game, and I win a point if my computer survives the game.
Well, if this is your computer and we're judging based on survival, I don't think that counts as surviving.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Oh no. You know what's funny is that's the first point that the audience has gotten in this video.
Really?
Yeah, that's the first point, and it was a potato. This is what you've come to, is you've won with a potato.
This belongs in a lab somewhere.
I don't know if this will work, but make a lot of really big nether portals and destroy them all at once. All right, here's a few of them, but you'll also notice that this goes for a ways. Each one of these is a portal, so in theory, destroying all of them at the same time will do some crazy stuff. Let me just relight these two. All right, this weird set of command blocks here will essentially just place air through each one of these portal sets, and that will destroy them all at the same time. So all I need to do is run a single command and just see what happens. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh boy, oh boy. So, we're good. Okay, hold on. Let me just relight each one of these portals by hand. Alright, that took far too long to do, but now I'm inside all of the portals, and in theory, this will just show me all the particles. So let's find out. Boop. Oh boy. It's all just gone. That's kind of unfortunate. I seem to be winning a lot of these. That doesn't normally happen. Alright, well, even though we tested it twice, it didn't really crash my game, so I'm gonna give myself this point again. I really wanted this one to work, too. Would have been cool. By not subscribing to Narfi. Please do, he's an amazing YouTuber. Hey, don't take it from me, I wasn't the one that said it. In fact, I'd never tell you to subscribe, only that there's 75.7% of people that aren't subscribed. But of course, there's nothing you could do to change that number, right? Of course, there's nothing that you could do to fix it or anything. I'm just saying, there's nothing there, right? Right? Have a repeating command block that summons boats to a location and then move the boats. All we gotta do is flip this lever here and the boats will start to spawn in there. Oh, what's that doing there? That's crazy. Anyways, we're already starting to get a lot of boats here. Oh boy. I'll just leave this be for a little bit and we'll just see what happens. And now all we gotta do is, boop. Oh, I guess I'm over here now. Nothing changed. What if I get into one of the boats? What happens if I just that's a lot of boats. Oh wow, one of them made it all the way over here. Jeez. Oh, that was only 940. Oh, we can do better than that. Oh yeah, it's getting better already. Oh geez, this is very laggy theoretically. Okay, so now I'm in this hole. Now comes the incredible task of trying to get into one of these boats. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm in a boat. Let's just move around a little bit. Oh yeah. That's pretty good. Okay, so but like it still didn't crash. That was 1,300 boats? Oh, that wasn't even that much more than the other one. This could get interesting. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh, long line of boats. Oh my god. Look at all of them. Oh, look at that. What? How did boats get all the way over there? We're gaining frames back. Oh jeez. Look at how far they went. Whoa. Okay, there's frames. Wow. And that was almost 2,000 entities. Awesome. Love that. Okay, well, I guess the most recent versions of the game are way better with entities or something. So all things considered, that's a point for me. I really hope you guys get a point on the next comment. Do nothing. This comment is for you to get a free point. Oh, dang it. Well, I guess that's another point for me. Oh, I feel bad. I don't know. I feel bad. You know, I'm looking at the next one and I think it might do it, so let's go to the next comment. You should build 100 carpet duplicators and see how long you last. Alright, so this is one simple carpet duplicator. Essentially, all you do is you flip this lever and it starts duplicating carpets. So let's copy this 100 times. And that is 100 carpet duplicators. This is gonna be very interesting. All these are hooked up to one system, so all I have to do is run one command and everything will start going. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Yeah, that was, it's already really rough. I wanna see what it sounds like. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. You know what? This is actually running better than I thought it would be. It wasn't crashing, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to duplicate this one more time. This is now 200 carpet duplicators, so I'm going above and beyond. If this crashes me, you still get the point, because I feel bad. So here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's fantastic. I guess I just sit here. I froze it just to see how it's going over here. I'm honestly really impressed. This is handling this way better than I thought it would. I'm gonna unfreeze it again, and you'll notice that, like, things are slow, but it's consistent. How is this handling this so well? You know what? I'm gonna let this run for like a solid 15 minutes, and I'm gonna come back to it, and if it's still running and it's still okay, I'm gonna take the point for myself, but I'm gonna give it some time. Honestly, like, I'm kind of surprised because I might win this video, which is kind of crazy. I've never won one of these before. So that being said, I'm gonna sit right here, and I'll be back in 15 minutes to check on this. It's been 15 minutes and I have returned and it is still not crashed. I had a lot of faith in this. Like, I honestly was pretty confident this was going to crash things, but apparently it did. Even with this number of items, look at that. And this number of pistons and blocks going all over the place, that's crazy. Really solid idea. I was pretty confident in it, but all things considered, I get the point. Guys, this might be the first Breaking Minecraft video that I've actually won. Get Minecraft Pocket Edition and put your phone in the microwave. Oh man, that would be so unfortunate. This will be fine. So
No!
in Alpha 1.2.0_2, placing a sign on a cactus crashes the game. All right, here we are in 1.2.0_02. We've got cactus right here, and we've got wood. This is perfect. Only thing is, I'm in survival, and I don't know if there's a way to be creative, so we're just gonna make a sign. Gotta plant this tree, protect the environment. Crafting table, sticks, and sign recipe. All right, we have a sign. Let's see what happens. Boop. Oh, the game just froze. I think this might be a point for you. What an interesting thing to have a bug on.
Yeah.
Use carpet mod tick rate and turn it up as far as possible. Oh, also System Z is you know how Minecraft tick speed exists?
Right, tick speed.
Yeah,
It exists. Yeah, Minecraft.
It's a cool
right.
thing. Well, carpet mod, as this comment said, allows us to do some pretty crazy stuff. The basic default thing is 20, right? But if I set it to like something like, you know, 200, we'll see some weird stuff start to, if you look up at the sun.
I don't see, oh my god. What is going on?
And this is just 10 times speed. I'm gonna set it to 500.
This is kind of scaring me, actually. This is scaring me.
It's getting dark, wow.
Oh my
man.
gosh, it is.
With the power of fire, I will disappear. Oh, look at it go.
Oh god.
Check out the red stuff. That is the sound.
Skrillex has really gotten better
Here we
since
go.
the last time I heard him. Wait. I have an idea. You see this forest?
What forest?
Wait, keep it going.
So fast.
I didn't stand a chance. I'll get there. I'm on my way. I can't wait to see the forest.
Wow.
There's a polar bear out in the woods.
One small step for System Z. One giant step for Mission A. I wonder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying my hardest to steer it, but I don't know how.
This is a great time.
That's the worst sound I've ever heard in my life.
I like that. That's a good noise.
Yeah, this is real nice. Whoa, it's cool.
Wow. Let's see how much of this can happen. I feel like I'm inside of a soda pop. Whoa, that looks so cool.
Whoa, it just keeps changing. Man, weird weather we're having, right?
Nice. That. Can we do it again?
Oh, man.
That way, 100.
Whoa.
Oh, I think we maxed it out.
Now it's just cherry.
Oh. Hey, I think we did it. Because I can't move at all.
Oh, wait, you might be
think we
right.
did.
I think I did it. I think you pulled it off. I think you might have actually done it. I mean, you're not moving, so I think this might.
Neither are you.
That's wow. Oh yeah.
Let's go. That is a point for the commenters. You're welcome.
Well done.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, might I present you the evidence that I, Mr. Narfi, have finally won my own game. This is the 6th episode of Breaking Minecraft with Your Dumb Ideas. 6. 5 of them I haven't won. You guys have been winning for far too long, so it's amazing that I'm finally here on top. But this does beg the question, have you lost your touch? Have you forgotten what it means to break the game? Is my computer finally strong enough to take on the masses? You may want to leave some new ideas in the comments below. Well, one thing's for certain, Sawyer is safe today. You, sir, have escaped a punishment worse than death. How do you feel after this momentous victory? Yes, that's right. Sawyer is safe. Or is he?
Enter for your chance to win a stunning Ferrero Rocher pyramid and cash prizes.
Biola University Snyder School of Cinema and Media Arts, recognized by Hollywood as one of the best film schools in the world. Learn more at biola.edu/film.
I'm gonna go grab different ones.
The physics mod is pretty demanding. And even with this beast of a computer, I might still have some problems. Got a glass front panel, so I don't know about this one.
Hello, little boy. How are you? You are so cute. Hello.
So the entire system looks fantastic, but I'm much more concerned about the cooling rather than the performance of this thing. Hopefully I don't overheat anything, but that always is the question of how far can I actually push my PC with the physics mod and shaders? How much can I break Minecraft before it... Inspiration for this video comes from an Asian Half Squats video on the new ocean features in the mod, and I'm honestly genuinely impressed with the developer for this. So I hopped onto their Patreon and grabbed the pro version of the physics mod. This way we have access to everything that the mod has to offer, and there is a lot that it offers. If you want to try this for yourself, there's a link in the description. As you can see here, I am running complementary shaders, and this works pretty well with the new water physics. So naturally, let's check out the water physics. Gosh, this looks surreal, not gonna lie. It doesn't even look like it's in game. It kind of looks like real water. To be fair, I think that's the point, so... Ooh, pretty. Into the ocean. Whoa. Look at this. The physics actually work on it. Whoa. Whoa, the waves, dude. This is cool. But this is boring. We want more action, more adventure.
Stages everywhere. We're gonna go pretty fun. Fast bear. Nail polish. Don't ask. Okay.
What have I done? Look at the boat just moving around.
Fast bear.
I can't do anything. I must reach
Okay.
the land. There's land over there.
7 total.
Jeez, this
will
is
be the
alright.
green.
This is excessive. This might have been too much. But hey, the computer's handling it fine, so that's kind of impressive. Whoa, that's weird. It looks like tiny world with super speed, weird,
I
gigantic
don't fucking
ocean.
read, but I don't think
It doesn't really
I
know
don't
what to
have red,
do.
do I?
Oh my gosh. Oh no. It's just like smacking me upwards every once in a while. Oh jeez.
Okay, so we
I'm
need
sure
a
compression
blue.
on YouTube makes this look fantastic. Okay. I'm just gonna take a breather. Hold on. Freeze. Read this scrap. Okay, yep, take it in. That's right. Yep. So now you know. Now you know what to do, right? You know what to do. I won't even tell you what it is, but I will remind you that it's free, and you can always undo that thing later on. So go do that thing. All right, back to the video. So
It's this one.
that's the ocean. It looks like the ocean physics don't really affect the computer too much. It kind of just sticks around the same frame rate it usually is at. So let's try something else. By the way, in the top left corner, you can see a frame rate counter. It might not always be visible just because the sky tends to blow it out, but it's there just in case you want to know what the frame rate is. And for reference, all my PC specs are in the description, so just about that. Go check it out. Hey there, man. How's it going? Don't mind if I just, oh no. Okay, so that works really well. That's
Oops.
Sorry, buddy. Hopefully you can get that fixed soon. Whoa, the doors! Whoa, the doors move! That's so cool! Oh, it gets stuck on people. That's cool, too. Boop. Uh-oh. 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 Hey, man. You okay down there? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so the collapsing mechanic is really neat. So how can we break that? Let's see how fast this roof collapses. Oh. Just instantly. Okay, cool. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, geez, it just keeps going. It doesn't end. Oh, geez. Oh, it's calculating it. It's trying to figure out what to do. Jeez, look at all the particles. That's insane. Look at all the particles just like falling down here. Wow. Okay, so here's another question. If I break one of these inside the cave, how far does it go? Oh no. So this is gonna just keep going. I think it's just gonna literally eat through the whole thing. Oh no. Oh, here go the frames. There go the frames. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. Here's where we're finding our limit. This is so excessive. You are seeing exactly what I'm seeing right now. 2 frames, 1 frame per second. Oh jeez, it's like 0 frames. It's like a half a frame per second. Oh, we made it. Oh, we're alive. Hey, look at that. Wow, we did it. That's so cool. The entirety of this cave is just gone, but we did it. Dang, this is a wild area. What in the world? The skeleton's been uncovered, and so now it's burning in the daylight. Sorry. Okay, not really. I'm not all that sorry. Oh, he survived! Okay, collapsing blocks are cool and all, but I want to really light my PC on fire here. Another cool feature of this is that eggs, snowballs, and ender pearls all have, like, a 3D model to them now. So that means they're affected by physics too, which requires processing power. And even though the ender pearl has a little bit of a cooldown, the snowball doesn't. And neither does the egg, but we'll get to that in a second. I went ahead and installed an auto clicker so that this can go way faster. And just I'll let this speak for itself. Oh my word. Okay. Calm down. All right. Okay, that's super cool. They don't last that long, and I feel like it's not really pushing our physics to the limit. So let's change that. How long do they last? Oh, a very long time. Oh wow. Oh no. Oh, they really just keep going. They really just don't stop. They just really want to just stay around. They're just sticking around, aren't they? Oh boy. Yep. That's super awesome.
Chicken. Chicken.
It really is not like affecting it too much, but this is giving me an idea now. Ball pit, yeah! Yeah, who knew that this would ever be a reality of Minecraft when you could run around in a ball pit? I'm having way too much fun. Jeez. This is wild. The physics are going crazy. It just does not know what to do with this many things going on. I'm definitely bringing the computer to its knees now. Oh, jeez. But honestly, I don't think this is the worst we can do. I think we can go even further beyond. The other one that sticks around is the egg. As you can see, it's just there. There's a chicken. This one also spawns entities. Oh, boy. So I gotta, like, move around so that the chickens can all spawn in and don't spawn in on each other. This is insane in normal game, just without the physics. But, man, with the physics, this is just gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, because now all the chickens move around, too, so all the eggs just go flying. Oh, jeez. Yep, that's okay. Yep, that's a limit. That's wow. It's like popcorn. Okay, just gonna come down here and slash summon TNT. Oh no, the ragdoll. Oh my gosh, the smoke. The smoke is insane. Hold on. Okay, I've filled this like entire thing with TNT. It goes down to level 0. So let's nothing could go wrong, right?
Here's the perfect moment. Now go make some of your own.
It's fine. TNT is laggy in normal game, but here we are. That's not a freeze frame. This is just the game. Oh, all the smoke's gone up here. I made the achievement Monster Hunter, apparently. Oh, the smoke. Oh, wow. How far down does this go? Oh.
That his life went downhill after that. For a lot of things went wrong in his life. His marriage suffered. His child was killed in a duel. A lot of things happened in his life politically. And just like David and Hamilton, God knows, listen to me, God knows what's going on in your life. You know, the life you now have is because of decisions you've done in the past.
So it's very clear that the theme of the show to them is that you made the sandwich, in that the choices that you've made throughout your life, you will be punished for them unless you find God, which is really gross and weird and has nothing to do with the actual theme of Hamilton, but we've been here before. He proceeds to offer help to people who are struggling with a number of things he thinks are issues.
He wants to help you tonight. He knows exactly what you've gone through. You've gone through maybe broken marriages, maybe you struggle with alcohol, with drugs, homosexuality, maybe you struggle with other things in life. God can help you tonight.
Yep, there we go. It's as if the ugly duckling revealed itself to not be actually a duckling, but in fact to be a bitch-ass hater. I know earlier I said that the worst part of Illegal Hamilton is when the pastor comes on to convert Hamilton, but what if I told you it's even worse when it's a real pastor? It's one thing to do an illegal production of Hamilton, and it's another thing to take all your political and religious views and to change the entire meaning of the show to adhere to them. The pastor leads the audience in a song and a prayer, which I gotta say, the song, not as good as the songs from Hamilton.
Praise God, amen. Let's sing this song, amen. Ah, oh, Lord, within me. Let's give God praise tonight in this place. We thank you, my God.
You can even see someone walking out at the end, and they're wearing a Hamilton shirt, and I started to feel really bad for the audience that showed up. I mean, imagine going, if you're a huge fan of Hamilton, or even if you've never heard of it in your life, and watching something that's just musical conversion therapy. The church that performed Illegal Hamilton is definitely getting sued into oblivion right now, and to that I say good. I don't think anybody should send any hate to any of the performers in Illegal Hamilton. That would be ungodly cringe and just not effective. And by the way, we don't know if any of these people are doing it because it's this hateful version of the show or because they just want to perform and they like Hamilton. Of course, some of the performances are really bad and cringe, but I don't think it's anything you wouldn't see in your local high school production of a show or any community theater. The people that should, and I assume are getting sued, are the people who directed the show and the church itself. And again, I think that that is a good thing. I'll end the video by saying this. It's not the bad performances or censoring the bad words out of the script that is getting this show sued. It is the fact that they have changed the core meaning and theme of this show and the demonizing of non-Christians and the LGBTQ community. If this were an earnest production of Hamilton with no ulterior motives, perhaps they wouldn't be in the position they're in. But in the words of my new favorite Hamilton character, the pastor, it may be that the circumstances you now face are the consequences of decisions made.
Bum bum bum, ba-dum ba-dum, ba-duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man, "Run, stand. Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?"
We're almost done here. While I was editing this video, the Door McAllen Church actually made a statement about illegal Hamilton. So I figured we'd do a sort of live reaction to this whole thing so we can judge whether or not this statement is an actual apology or if it's really genuine. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? Okay, so I have their apology pulled up here, which seems to have been made in a now deleted Instagram post. At least it is not up at the time that I am recording this, which is the 10th of September. On behalf of the Door Christian Fellowship McAllen Church, I would like to personally apologize to the creator of Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda, the producers of Hamilton, and the numerous others who contributed their intellectual property to Hamilton for staging an unauthorized production of Hamilton that infringed on the rights and copyrights of many. The Door Christian Fellowship McAllen Church did not ask for or receive a license from the producers or creators of Hamilton to produce, stage, replicate, or alter any part of Hamilton, nor did we seek prior permission to alter Lin-Manuel Miranda's work by changing the music, the lyrics, deleting songs, or adding dialogue. Okay, we already know that they didn't get permission to do any of this, so let's keep going. We respect the copyrights of Hamilton's... Oh, there's a typo. You see the typo right there? We respect the copyrights of Hamilton's author and contributors.
Someone wrote this fast.
These copyrights are protected by federal law. We acknowledge there are lawful avenues to obtain a license to stage properties which we did not pursue, and it is never permissible to alter an artistic work such as Hamilton without legal permission. I recognize as the pastor of the church that I have an obligation and responsibility to follow the law and educate our community about these protocols. Our ministry will use this moment as a learning opportunity about protected artistic works and intellectual property. So they seem to be feigning ignorance on this whole situation, that they did not know you needed to get rights to perform someone else's work. This is obviously, to me, not true. Like, of course they knew you need to get the rights for a show to perform it. I find it interesting they haven't mentioned the pastor coming on during the show and after the show and the homophobia, but there's one more paragraph, so let us continue. On behalf of the Door Christian Fellowship McAllen, God, that's such a mouthful of a name. On behalf of the Door Christian Fellowship McAllen Church, we agree we will never stage the performance again and will destroy any and all video or sound recordings and images of the unauthorized performances or rehearsals, and request that all of our members do the same. Lastly, we will pay damages for our actions. So the producers of Hamilton have said that all the money that they are going to get from this lawsuit will go towards a charity in support of the LGBTQ plus community. So that's a little awkward for them after what they've said. I'm sorry, I'm a bit at a loss of words. I didn't write a script for this part, so I'm just going to be a little off the cuff here. This is such a nothing apology. They didn't apologize for any of the hate that they spread through this, or really acknowledge why what they did was wrong. They feigned ignorance and said that they didn't know you needed to get the rights, which is obviously not true. And they haven't acknowledged any of the horrible things that they changed about it. This Instagram post is deleted, but it seems to be from the perspective of the pastor of the church. I don't know if it's the one who speaks at the end or a different guy. I find that this apology is really ineffective. But what were we expecting? Were we expecting them to all change their minds and hateful notions against the LGBTQ community? No.
You cannot,
I did not
or you
expect
can.
that. Quite pessimistic of me, right?
Hello
But
there.
honestly, at least they're paying the damages.
Should I actually paint my nails or
To
not?
me, I don't feel like that is enough. It doesn't seem like they're going bankrupt from this, which to me is unfortunate.
know.
Personally, I think that they should stop. They should be stopped. By all
Should I?
means, from doing
Should
this.
I? Should I?
On what you feel about that. So yeah, I guess that's their apology. They didn't apologize really for anything except for what they got caught for. They really just apologized for doing the show and not for any of the other crap they did. This apology kind of cements for me the malicious intent behind this. They are lying
I'm
and
scared.
clearly saying that they didn't know when of course they did. And I think that just shows this church's and this production's true colors even more, which is quite unfortunate. Anyway, if you liked this video, thank you so much for watching. I will link to some other videos. So if your TikTok For You page is anything like mine, absolutely vile, then you may have seen something like this kind of floating around. This is a production of the musical Hamilton, done by the Door McAllen Church in Texas. illegally. If you don't know, to do a production of a musical, you must buy the rights to it, usually through a company called MTI, but there are a lot of others. Hamilton, being the biggest Broadway musical the 21st century has seen, has not released their rights for somewhat obvious reasons. The first being that it's quite a big moneymaker for Broadway, and the second being that it's really protective of its image. Hamilton wants to look really good, great even. And now the internet is no stranger to illegal productions of shows. Look at Illegal Heathers and Legally Blonde, and a lot of churches end up doing musicals as sermons a lot of the time, usually creating an original one based on an already existing intellectual property.
Who is your director? Some shows you love are not shows you should do.
And usually these illegal versions of shows just come and go, and they're rarely acknowledged by the show's creators, but there's something a little different about Illegal Hamilton.
Grateful to all of you who reached out about this illegal, unauthorized production. Now, lawyers do their work. And always grateful to the Dramatists Guild, who have the backs of writers everywhere, be it your first play or your 50th.
So what's different about this version of Hamilton, other than it being god-awful and really hard to watch? Well, there's something strange about Illegal Hamilton. Let's dive into it, shall we?
I'd like to welcome you to our exhibition of Hamilton. Before we commence, I'd like to make a few proclamations.
The show begins with King George giving a pre-show announcement from his phone on stage for some reason. Not to get ahead of myself here, but I'm very terrified of this man. He has a really threatening aura about him, and I'm very scared that he's going to yell at me on the street and follow me. Anyway, let's jump into Act 1.
Lastly, please silence your phones at this time. And unfortunately, because we're recording this and it is being live streamed, we do not allow flash photography.
Son of a harlot.
Okay, I'm gonna rip off the Band-Aid really quick here before we get too far into this. They have censored every lyric of this show that has any sort of profanity or anything slightly non-Christian. I know a lot of high schools will censor bad words and such, but I feel like with Hamilton, it feels particularly taboo to me. And also, some of the ways they've changed the lyrics are so corny. I mean, changing the lyrics son of a whore to son of a harlot is so old-timey and whimsical, and it changes the first rhyme of a hip-hop musical. Here are a couple of my favorite examples of censorship throughout the show.
I am Hercules Mulligan, up in 11 inch balls, fine for the government. Like I'm your secrets and horses. Of course, it's hard to keep them from me when I'm coming for your sources. He seems to drive me so fused by the gosh darn it, I'm running away. I was a parent so long, my mind's hazy. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. Sitting there useless, my shoe fits. Hey, turn around, it's over, or I will leave your mouth toothless. Hercules Mulligan, I know what you done, shooting up means that I'll throw myself back up. Oh, Southern Democrat and Republican.
Okay, they didn't even try with that last one. Censoring the show is not the worst offense that this production does, but we'll get to that a little later.
The world's gonna know your name. What's your name? Alexander Hamilton. Miss Alexander Hamilton.
It was in this first number when I realized they cut a lot of the harmonies from the entire show, and this is consistent throughout both acts.
Never back down, never learn to take your time.
It's sort of like watching your little cousin in Beauty and the Beast Jr. and hearing them scream dressed as some irrelevant knickknack, like, I don't know, a fork or something, in unison with a bunch of other snotty-nosed little kids. It's just hard to listen to.
1776.
We then make our way to the song Aaron Burr, Sir, and it's at this point when you start to question, why were these two cast as the leads of this show? They both seem really uninterested in the material that they're performing. I'm getting very little energy from particularly Aaron Burr, who is supposed to be stoic towards the beginning of this number, but really just seems bored throughout the whole time. More like Aaron Schur, am I? Aaron Schur, am I right?
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. You know I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
Did they choose this guy to play Hamilton because he sounds the most like Lin-Manuel Miranda? Or is he doing an impression? No hate to Lin here, it's just that I don't like the way his voice sounds.
I am the A-L-E-S-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently.
On top of that, Lin-Manuel Miranda kind of sells his performance as Hamilton through his charisma and charm, where this guy just kind of stands and raps all of his lines and looks really bored while he's doing it.
See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many.
So after my shot, Hamilton and his 3 new friends go to the bar and share drinks and stories and talk about their future. They talk about how they'll overcome all adversity and fight for the nation they truly believe can be independent. It's in this song we really build on these 4's relationship. We start to see how these 3 people will shape Hamilton into who he is then and who he will be in the distant future.
Ice
And
cream
that's why they
cat
decided to cut
go
it entirely from the show.
grow
Yes, they
into
cut
more
the story
of the
tonight
flat.
and have replaced it with nothing. We instead jump straight to Schuyler Sisters, where we get to meet Okay, that's fine. Well, something significant about this one is that they did some of the original choreography from the original show.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
You see, Illegal Hamilton's choreography is so interesting because at one point they'll be copying the original choreography, which sure is frowned upon in the theater community, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then immediately afterwards, they'll be dancing around like rag dolls, rapidly thrusting themselves at each other. So that's really cool. So we've met Eliza and Angelica, our 2 very unfortunately unlovable love interests. Where to next? Oh, I see they cut Farmer Refuted. All right then. I don't want to say anything cringe. Don't want to say anything I'll regret. Don't want to be not based. King George only has 3 songs in the entire show, but very easily will steal the show. Jonathan Groff set a very high standard for this entire role, and I'm not expecting this King George to be anything like that. I'm not expecting that at all. As long as he just remembers his lines, I'll be thrilled.
Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's all you're gone. Plentifully armed battalion to remind you.
You forgot a line.
All right, no, really? This guy has the easiest job in the entire cast. He doesn't have to dance. He doesn't have to sing any of the songs except for these 3, and he forgot his lyrics, and he's chewing gum on stage. Dude, what are you doing? Not to mention that this guy just looks older than everyone else. He's like 50, and there are kids in this cast who look like they're like 13 years old. Why are they in the same show? God, okay, let's move on from that guy. I don't want to see his face anymore.
I will kill your friends and family.
Moving on, we get to meet George Washington, introduced with some of the most stellar choreography I've ever seen in my life.
George Washington, you're outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned.
Something about George Washington, the way he acts on stage, makes me feel like he thinks he's just a better actor than everybody else. It may be that I think he looks like Joe Rogan, but I'm not sure if that's just it. And sure, Right Hand Man is the best number we've seen in the entire show, but he's just so smug about it.
I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance.
At Domino's, order carry-out online or by phone.
Yeah,
Any one topping
that's more
pizza
of
for
this.
$7.99 each.
It's Black Friday, our biggest sale of the year. Rule the throne with a complete Pearl drum set, $200 off. Or refine your chops with a Simmons E-Kit, save $120. Get loud at Guitar Center.
Chicken!
And of course, it doesn't make up for the crimes he's going to commit later in the show, but he's just... I feel like he's about to tell me to walk it off in PE class, you know? Also, Aaron Burr introduces himself to Washington in the scene, and he sounds like he's on the verge of tears through every single line. He's just terrified. And honestly, I would too.
Your Excellency, sir. Were you Aaron Burr? Sir, permission to state my case.
As you were.
Sir.
Next, there's a short little number that introduces the context of the song Helpless, A Winter's Ball. And there's a little joke in this song about how all the men are really good with ladies and how they want to have sex with all of them. And the church cut this entire section of the song because God does not want you to have sex or even think about it. All right, let's move on. Helpless is a sweet little number sung by Hamilton's soon-to-be wife, Eliza. And I mentioned earlier that they've censored quite a bit of this show, which is why I find it very interesting that they kept this joke in. Isn't polygamy frowned upon in Christianity? Why didn't they cut this joke? I find it even more interesting when you think about the fact that they cut the plot line that Angelica and Hamilton are still very much in love, despite the fact that Hamilton and Eliza, her sister, end up getting married. We still get the song Satisfied, which covers this briefly, but after that it's never addressed again. They put in some effort in cutting out the concepts of polygamy and being unfaithful from your wife from this aspect of the show, but they still kept in that harem joke, which is really strange to me. I don't have any problems with it. I'm just saying if you're gonna censor Hamilton, at the very least, be consistent with it. Could they not find a rhyme for harem? Is that what was so hard about it? If you can't already tell, there's a lot of gray area surrounding what illegal Hamilton censors for not falling within their Christian values, and I'll definitely get more into this in the second act.
A man, a dollop of fame, all I have my honor, a tolerance of pain, a couple of college credits in my top-notch brain.
Anyway, Satisfied happens as well and is very uncomfortable and pointless. And as I said, this is one of the only times we really see Angelica in the show, and if we do, it's never implied that she's still in love with Hamilton or vice versa. And another little pedantic thing about Satisfied is that Angelica's mic is so hot. Every time she holds out a note for more than 1 second, it just peaks. She also has some of the worst diction that I've heard throughout the show. Since we cut the story of tonight, obviously we don't get the reprise, which sends us straight to Wait For It, which I think is one of the best songs in the entire show. It serves as the villain song for Burr, and rather than acting like a normal villain song, where it describes who they are and what their devious plans are, this song also serves as an I Want song. An I Want song in a musical is where a character, usually our protagonist, sings about their past and what they want, and it usually serves as a catalyst for their action throughout the musical. Hamilton's I Want song is My Shot, while Burr's I Want song is Wait For It. Seeing this glimpse into Burr and how he envies Hamilton for his ability to prove himself and succeed when Burr himself seems to fail no matter what is really interesting. This song is deeply tragic for Burr and shows that he's willing to wait for the answer of why he's failing no matter what, when we as the audience know that he's never going to get this answer. He is the one thing in life he can control, he says, and he actively wants more control. More control over people, more control over government, more control over history. This number isn't cut from this rendition, but I do wonder whether or not the actor playing Burr knows this going into it. He sort of mumbles his way through it and doesn't have a lot of passion behind his voice. I've seen a lot of praise on the internet for this kid, and honestly, his voice isn't half bad. I just feel like he was kind of left out to dry by the directors quite a bit. I mean, Burr is a really hard role to act, and I feel like they didn't help him kind of grasp the character as well as he could have. And to me, it feels like more the director's fault than his, and so for that, I can't blame him entirely. I think this kid is pretty good, but honestly, I just don't think this is the role for him. And maybe in 20 more years, he could pull this off, but for now, he's just clearly a 17-year-old kid, right? He also keeps throwing in the word others in the chorus, which just makes it so much harder on himself. Like, no one pointed that out to him. I feel like that proves even more that none of the directors cared enough during the rehearsal process. Illegal Hamilton decides to cut 2 numbers this time, and these being Stay Alive and the 10 Dual Commandments, because why not? We cut to Meet Me Inside, where Joe Rogan decides to lecture Hamilton on why vaccines are brain control. You know, I've mentioned a lot about how boring I find this Hamilton, but some unfiltered Christian rage just comes out of him when he tells Washington to stop calling him son. Just watch.
Son, I need you. Call me son one more time.
Like, how did that come out of him? I guess we'll never know. The next song shows Eliza consoling Hamilton after he's been sent home from war, and I'm just gonna let this lyric speak for itself.
I'm not afraid. My hope is in Jesus. If you could just give him a chance today, that would be enough.
Oh, illegal Hamilton, you bring forth such gems. Because it is a church doing this production of Hamilton, it seems at this point they've decided to just add a little pinch of preachiness. However, Hamilton does not respond to this line the way you might expect him to. In fact, he's quite angry at Eliza and walks away and says this.
Eliza, God is not who I need right now. I'm fine on my own.
Funnily enough, this is similar to how Hamilton acts in the real show. And yeah, Hamilton is fine on his own without religion in the real show. But in this version, that's portrayed as a negative thing and not just another facet of his character. They even added that line where he dismisses everything Eliza just said because she name-dropped Jesus. This also changes Eliza's song, where she pours her heart out to Hamilton, that she just wants him to stay home from war so she can meet the child that she's pregnant with. Rather than saying she knows who she married, she says that her hope is in Jesus, who is not a character in the show. Do you see what I mean by preachy?
Oh, let him be a part of the narrative in the story they will write someday.
We've now established that Hamilton is a God-hating atheist. What's next?
Give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! Taking this horse by the reins, making red coats red with blood stains.
You know, the show does not cease to surprise me. Lafayette does a pretty good job with the beginning of Guns and Ships, and he does it completely in the dark. Come on, the tech crew couldn't just light the stage all the way. Like, did somebody fall asleep behind the lighting booth? We then get to have some amazing vocals from George Washington himself.
Never be the same, Alexander.
You see that? You see that right there? You see that? Chills. Washington surprised me quite a bit at first. He's one of the more compelling performers on stage. Acting-wise, he's not amazing, but honestly, he's more charismatic than anyone else, and he's really fun to watch. But unfortunately, that does not save him from some really embarrassing vocal moments.
History has its eyes.
The climax of Act 1 starts off with, again, some really beautiful choreography. And look, it seems that Hamilton has learned how to do the act of ventriloquism.
Now we coming in, I'm running with the sensitivity, and I'm loving it. See, that's what happens when you up against the ruffians.
You know, not for nothing, the Hercules Mulligan is actually kind of putting a little something into that rap. And I really appreciate it after watching some really boring rap performances throughout the rest of the show. I hope we get to see more of him when they obviously double cast him as James Madison, right? Oh, listen, I'm sorry if I'm going too hard on the ensemble. It's just that it doesn't even look
Fun fact, I share a birthday with James Madison, the 4th president.
Up there. Also, Hamilton's choreo is rather hip-hop inspired, at least on Broadway, and they're literally doing color guard with the rifles during the Battle of Yorktown.
We lower our guns as he frantically waves a white handkerchief.
Anyway, after the war is won, we get to see... Jesus! Stop creeping up on me like that. Okay, he, at the very least, remembers his lyrics for this one, although he does change the melody quite a bit.
Even despite our estrangement, I've got a small greenie for you.
God, I don't know how much more King George I can handle, honestly. And here's the thing. They cut the 3rd song from the show entirely. So that's it. All he had to do was 2 songs, and he couldn't even remember the words to the first one.
I am a shy.
and he had to read his pre-show monologue off of his phone. Do you see why I hate this guy so much?
Take care of your children.
I'm gonna say that King George being bad is my third least favorite part of the show. The other two will be pretty self-explanatory later.
Awesome. Wow. Do you holler? This guy stinks.
They cut Dear Theodosia, a really touching number about being a new father, and I don't know why, but I don't like it. They also cut the song where John Lawrence dies, but that's not on the soundtrack, and they probably didn't do any research, so why would they have it anyway? Instead, we go to Nonstop, which is a song that already feels quite long, but feels a lot longer when you strip any redeeming qualities from it. There's a monologue in this number by Burr explaining how Hamilton wrote 51 of the Federalist Papers, and he sounds again like he's going to cry, and I don't know why. Who hurt this boy?
And Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you ride like you're running out of time?
One of my favorite moments of this version of Nonstop is when Washington's mic stops working, which is probably for the best.
Stay, Treasury or stay. Sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or State Department?
Nonstop, again, is just such a huge ensemble number. But at this point in the show, I feel like the cast of Illegal Hamilton has just run out of fuel. So we just get this loud cacophony of screaming and trying to get to intermission so they can have a little drink of water.
History has its own.
Also, I believe everyone is on stage for this number, but I wouldn't be able to tell you because all I can see is Hamilton at the center spot. Everything else is just pitch black. I'm starting to think that the tech crew is just sort of improvising the lights, which if they are, they're doing a really good job at it, but that just makes me feel like their tech rehearsal was really rushed, and I just am concerned for their well, that brings us to the end of Act 1, and before we go into Act 2, I'd like to just kind of reconcile and think about what we've seen. I'm sure there's been plenty of lyric changes, and some of them even changed the entire themes of the show, but we haven't at its core destroyed what Hamilton is. Yet. Anyway, with that little vague and confusing side tangent out of the way, what better to do than jump into Act 2?
17. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, because he's been throwing hands with the ambassador of France.
Okay, so far, none of the censorship has really affected the meaning of the lines. Besides the Jesus line, everything's been fairly tame, but this implies that Thomas Jefferson's been fighting the ambassador to France. Thomas Jefferson has been fighting the ambassador to France. Fighting the ambassador. Does anyone see a problem with this? Similarly to the Broadway production, the person playing Thomas Jefferson is also the person who played Lafayette.
What did I miss?
At the very least, he's trying. I can always give a pass to this sort of performing because at the very least, it's obvious that he likes the material and is just trying to put his own spin on it, despite some pretty major pitch issues.
I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. What did I miss?
I thought now might be a good time to talk about the costumes they wear in this show. For the most part, they're not horrible, although a lot of them end up wearing glossy rain boots, which is certainly a fashion choice one could decide to make. Thomas Jefferson's is an interesting example because it just looks so sloppy, like they just took it right out of the bag. You can see it has wrinkles and folds that were clearly folded up into a tight plastic bag or something.
And I'm already sending a proof. Just got home and now I'm headed up to New York. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Whoa, whoa.
Anyway, and what did I miss? You get to see Thomas Jefferson interacting with
The
James
greatest city of the world.
by the same actor who plays Hercules Mulligan, except in this version they recast James Madison to be someone different, which is really strange. And I'm just left wondering, who is this guy? Why did they recast him? And also, Hercules Mulligan is just in the ensemble of Act 2. He's clearly available, so why didn't they just use him? Why did he get screwed over? It's so strange. It's not like one of these roles is harder than the other role. It's just a pointless recasting. Okay, maybe he's really good, and they just wanted to give him a chance to shine.
Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control.
The one and only cabinet battle in Illegal Hamilton is next, and what a snooze fest. I mean, it's really hard to get invested in this conflict when you can't understand half the words they're saying.
Look, when Brent taxed our teeth, we got risky. Imagine what's gonna happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
The Hamilton is just crossing his arms and saying, "Not true."
Sid, not true. Ooh, the shoe fits wearing. Sitting there useless, my shoe fits. Hey, turn around, it's over, or I will leave your mouth toothless.
Take a Break is the next number, where they've entirely cut the subplot that Angelica and Hamilton are exchanging letters and implying that they're in love with each other. Hamilton is left alone to do the worst thing a Christian person can do. Sin. The song Say No to This introduces the biggest conflict of Act 2 and potentially the whole show. We see a sleep-deprived, stressed Hamilton riding alone at night when he encounters a woman named Mariah Reynolds who ends up seducing him, leading Hamilton to cheat on his wife. Later in the number, Hamilton gets a letter from a man who claims to be Mariah Reynolds' husband, saying that he must pay him thousands of dollars to keep this secret safe with him. Hamilton does this to keep this whole ordeal from his wife and the public. Hamilton's morals are very much put into question in this song, and it's very important for that reason and for later in the act. Knowing that bit of information, you may be surprised to hear that they didn't cut Say No to This from their production of the show. In fact, Hamilton still cheats on his wife. Kind of. You see, I said there's a lot that happens in Say No to This, which is true, but the church version ends up cutting almost all of this and just leaving the first verse and chorus. And we don't see them kiss or anything like that. We just see the vague implication of sex.
And my mind is trying to go, but her hand is on mine, and I don't say no. Say no to this. No.
Something of note here is that the woman playing Mariah Reynolds is actually the same woman who plays Eliza earlier in the show. In the actual version of the show, the woman who plays Peggy, one of the Schuyler sisters, is double cast as Mariah Reynolds as well. But for some reason, they just had Eliza do it in a wig, which means she has to run off stage and do a quick change just so they can keep the same two actors as romantic interests. What is this show? I think that they made the right choice in keeping this number in the show, but I think by cutting it down so much, we fundamentally are missing a lot that happens in this song and how it affects the rest of the show. You see, at the end of Say No to This, we see Hamilton filled with guilt and anger as he confronts Mariah Reynolds.
Hamilton wrote the other 51.
She's helpless, a little nod to Eliza's song from earlier in the show. She also tells him that if he pays off her husband, he can both protect his image and stay with her. This leads the audience to directly view Hamilton making the decision to continue cheating on his wife and protect his image. It's a really corrupt decision that Hamilton makes, and it's really interesting and influences the rest of the show. However, in Illegal Hamilton, we really just see it happen the once, and yeah, we know he feels guilt because all Christian people feel guilt, if you know what I mean. But we never really see it being a regular occurrence or that he's actively making decisions to keep it going and to pay it off. This is going to make the show feel more confusing to an audience that has never seen Hamilton before.
Nobody needs
Everyone trying to be like,
this to me really changes Hamilton as a character and leads to it not justifying him publishing the Reynolds pamphlet. It really confuses me why they would keep this number in, but really lessen the stakes of it, and it removes the highest stakes conflict of the entire show. It changes the meaning of numbers like we know, because as an audience, we are learning about a conflict that wasn't established earlier in the show. It takes away any of the dramatic irony from the whole situation as Thomas Jefferson, Madison, and Burr learn about this whole thing. We didn't know that Hamilton was paying off her husband, so it really changes the dynamic of that number. It also changes a number like Burn, where we see Eliza burning all the letters that Hamilton wrote to her when they were younger. It really just throws off the whole second act by not knowing this key piece of information.
No.
Speaking of cutting songs that will change the motivation of entire characters, they cut the song The Room Where It Happens, which if you're familiar with the show, you know that this sends Burr down his villain arc. This song is such an important song for not just Burr, but the whole plot of the show. It shows Hamilton becoming a more person and trying to get Jefferson and Madison to let him go through with his financial plan by letting them choose the nation's capital. The way the story of this song is told from an outsider's perspective who just wants to have any control and power is brilliant. And it leaves us, the audience, with the same perspective as Burr, wanting to know, really, what happened in this room. And that's the name of the song. Lovely. It's the next day. Me and my friend Kim, who's helping me with sound, our brains broke from Hamilton. So we're back the next day. This number goes hand in hand with the number Wait For It, where we get to see Burr envying Hamilton for his ability to be in the room and have a say in one of the biggest decisions in early American history. Also on top of that, Leslie Odom Jr. is just such a powerhouse of a performer as Burr, and watching his character spiral into such a frenzy with this insane choreo and vocals just makes it one of my favorite numbers in the whole show. The only reason I can think that they cut this number is because it's just kind of hard. There's a lot of moving parts and different dialogue and a lot of call and response from the ensemble, but this song functions in the show for so many reasons. I mean, it resolves the first cabinet battle, it shows Hamilton becoming a more and more manipulative person, and it also sends Burr down the spiral that will eventually lead him to duel and kill Hamilton. Not only that, but they cut Schuyler defeated, which shows Burr's willingness to be manipulative as well, and they also cut the second cabinet battle. We instead go to Washington on Your Side, which is actually a number I really enjoy, but surprise, surprise, it's really uncomfortable and hard to watch.
Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. League hasn't dried.
Something interesting about this number is that Jefferson again decides to put his own little spin on it, and he raps most of the fast part in time, but then just sort of gives up at the end.
I'm in the cabinet. I ain't complicit in watching him grabbing the power and kissing it. Washington isn't gonna listen to discipline. This is the difference. This kid is out. Oh!
I also really, if I didn't know this show, don't think that I would understand a lot of what was going on because they're having a lot of diction issues.
Oh!
Also, I feel like I'm hearing somebody, I think it's Burr, just throwing in a little snippet of a harmony, but then pulling back because they're scared.
It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Sir?
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
God, every time Hamilton makes a joke, he throws in this cheeky little smile at the end. I assume to let us know that he's joking, but I really can't tell. Washington, thank God, decides to retire in this number, so we get his final song one last time, where it definitely is his worst vocal performance throughout the whole time, and I assume maybe it's because his voice is just tired, but he ends up just kind of copping out half of the lines and just singing it down the octave. And I think what makes this number so heartbreaking is that he thinks he's absolutely killing it. He keeps looking off into the distance and closing his eyes as he belts out these notes, but it just ends up sounding like this.
One last time, you and I want to see
You and I.
home in this nation we've made.
Also, Hamilton and Washington both seem to forget the lines of Washington's farewell address, which is really impressive because Hamilton has it on a sheet of paper in front of him, but it seems like they're both trying to find where they are constantly.
My administration, I am unconscious of intentional error. I also carry myself with the hope that my country will view them with indulgence. An upright view in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking.
Oh, my ears.
Like I previously mentioned, they cut the third King George song, and the Adams administration is cut into just an intro, so really we just move on to the number we know. This is the number where Jefferson, Madison, and Burr confront Hamilton on why he paid thousands of dollars to a man named James Reynolds.
If I can prove that I never touched my ball.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong clip. This number again is really confusing when you cut almost all but say no to this. I mean, we're learning all of this information as the characters are, so the stakes aren't as high. They decided to cut the song Hurricane, which I'll be honest, isn't one of my favorite songs in the show, but I feel like it'd be foolish of me to not mention how important it is. This song introduces us to more of Hamilton's early life, where we get his perspective of how he wrote his way out. This song is really important to Hamilton's character because we get a new insight as to why writing is so important to him. To him, it is the only thing that he can do. He wrote a poem which got him sent to New York from his hometown. He wrote letters to entice Eliza, and he wrote essays to defend the Constitution. So what did he do when he was backed into yet again another corner? he wrote the Reynolds pamphlet. So you may be asking, why did they cut this song if it's so crucial to the show?
Praise to God, remember the deliverance. I picked up the pen, I wrote my own deliverance.
Oh, because Hamilton doesn't have the same religious beliefs as the directors, they decided to cut it entirely from the show. This, again, just weakens the entire show. This is such a moment of insight for the audience to see how Hamilton's brain functions, but because he didn't share the same religious beliefs as the directors, they just cut it entirely. I feel like that alone is enough for people to be pissed off at this production and for it to get sued into the ground, but would you believe me if I said it still gets worse? The Reynolds pamphlet and Byrne show the publishing of said pamphlet and Eliza's reaction to the whole situation. I want to talk about Byrne particularly because I feel like it's another instance of the actors being really abandoned by their directors. Eliza falls sharp or flat on almost every single extended note in this song, which just makes my heart break for her.
How they perceive
And she's almost a whole half step sharp on the most important note of the whole song.
memories of when you were
They really just let her go up there and do that, right? Where is the musical director? Also, during this song, Eliza is burning all of the letters that Hamilton wrote to her, and there's a real fire like they did in the real show, but it gets really high, and I was just a little concerned that something would go wrong. This number is extra ironic when you realize that the woman who played Mariah Reynolds is just the woman who played Eliza in a black wig. I thought maybe they were gonna retcon this whole thing and have some contrived reveal that Hamilton was never cheating on his wife after all, and it was all a test, but they never actually mentioned it. After Hamilton gets canceled, we end up seeing a much older Philip Hamilton get into a duel for his father. You know, honestly, the kid playing Philip Hamilton isn't that bad. His death is kind of heartbreaking. It's still just really sad, and I'm not sure if it's just really effective writing or this kid's performance or if it's both. Philip's death is another moment of sheer despair for Eliza in Act 2. And don't worry, she lets us know by doing her best impression of a monkey getting circumcised. Next is It's Quiet Uptown, which is one... Oh, who's that guy?
So glad I found you,
What is
sir.
going on? I'm sorry, this isn't in the actual
I'm
script.
so very sorry for your loss.
What is he saying? What? Is that a priest?
We all
What?
go through difficult
What is he
times
saying?
in life, and only God can help us pull through. God is the only one that can help you right now and give you an incomprehensible peace during this tragic time. You may be questioning the hand that was dealt to you with all this tragedy, but many times we play a role in what happens to us in this life. It may be that the circumstances you now face are the consequences of decisions made in the past.
What does that mean?
Pray with me, sir. Receive Jesus Christ in your heart right now. Do you not only confess, but repent of all your sin?
Yes.
Do you accept him as your Lord and Savior?
Yes.
Heavenly Father, I pray for Alexander. I pray that you bring him peace of mind, that you would restore his family and his marriage. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen.
This scene left me
Hi.
feeling...
Whoa! Holy shit!
What? Smell?
Oh my god!
What?
This. You need to wrap it up.
I will. I am.
We're leaving in 30 minutes.
Okay.
So you need to make sure you're ready. This door stays open.
Okay.